So over on the far side, we see Jack Cleary and Caleb Antill from Australia in the double sculls. Their opponents on this side, Matt Brigham and Alex King. And I guess, well, I would think that the Australians would see off their opponents from the under club pretty soon in this event.
Yeah, on the form book, that's what it would be. I remember yesterday, King and Brigham had a really tough race, and they were led by a really dynamic crew, and they patiently rode their rhythm and just took their time and rode through to win.
Cowley and Jones, I think it was. That's
correct, exactly.
They rode through.
But here, the Australians already clear water ahead after 45 seconds of racing. It's quite choppy down there, Martin, isn't it? Look at it. There's quite a lot of bounce. The blades are catching a little bit in the finishes.
Jack Cleary up in the bows of the Australian crew. We'll get a look at him quite soon, I think, I hope. But interesting biog. There he is, his back's closest to us. He used to be a dancer. His mum and dad ran a dancing academy. And I think he's from Western Australia. But he got injured. And as part of his rehab, he took up rowing.
Really?
Yeah. And it's amazing how, you know, people get into the sport, but that's how Jack Cleary got into the sport. So
these Australians twinkle toes in rowing.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I mean, obviously the dancing experience would help with coordination, wouldn't it? And that Australian double, really nice pattern the way they row. You can see the way their backs accelerate towards us. Really uniform. And it generates a lot of handle speed. So the handle really accelerates because they pull their bodies towards the bows.
Yeah. Great technique, of course. Australia took that bronze medal in men's sculling in the men's quad in the Tokyo Olympics.
So talk about good technique, Martin. So how much do you think it's the fact that the weather's good down there and they can row all year round?
Oh, absolutely. I think, you know, that was really important in the Olympics for the success of the Australian women who took that gold in the women's four, the men who took gold in the men's four, and of course this quad that took a bronze medal. Coached by Mark Prater then. We're back live now with this race, and it's the Australians, Cleary and Antill. On the right of your picture, there's the back of Twinkle Toes Jack Cleary, Caleb Antill, 26-year-old in the stroke seat from the Australian Capital Territories. I did call it in commentary at the Poznan World Cup Central Territories, and I got my
wrapped on the knuckles.
I got wrapped on the knuckles, yeah. And I do know that Canberra is nowhere near the centre of Australia now. But yeah, Caleb Antill from the Australian Capital Territories rode at Canberra Grammar School. And their coach here, Lauren McCarthy. This double finished third in Poznan, and they had to share that third place finish with the Dutch double. Both crews did 6:18. It was great, you know, they just handed out 2 bronze medals.
That's really good to hear.
Yeah.
And here, King and Brigham still going for it as much as they can, but against a quality crew like this, they're never going to win.
The Australians passed the finish line, and they have dealt comfortably with their opponents. Coming up to the finish line, Matt Brigham, who's a doctor, Alex King, and I guess Matt Brigham is famous for beating Mahe Drysdale